Hello, everybody. I do a lot of reading. I read books on gold mining and panning. I read on this stuff like this, Prepper's Long-Term Survival Guide. I read composting, gardening. I watch a lot of that same stuff on the internet. And once upon a time, I was an EMT, and in here, they go over a lot of stuff about how to create a first aid kit for long term, what kind of drugs to use if you don't have drugs for different things like allergies or whatever, what you can use in nature. And it's kind of an interesting book. I like it. But one thing I did want to show you, they do say as you build your kit to make sure you have, for instance, certain equipment like stethoscope and whatnot. And what I've got here for you are two thermometers, and they explain in the book how to tell what to carry, what kind of thermometers, and these two are the glass type, and that's pretty much what they say to use because they're very versatile depending on the patient and what you're doing. These thermometers are obviously the old glass type, not the something you lay on your forehead. But there's two types of these. One is what they call an oral thermometer to be used under the tongue, and the other one is a rectal thermometer, something you'd use like on a little baby or something like that. And I'd like you to know what the difference is between the two. You can look at them here for a second, and then I'll tell you what the difference is between an oral and a rectal thermometer. Okay, the difference between the two is the taste. Adios. Okay, let me try to get this camera set up here. I'll show you kind of an interesting thing. There's a group of kids in school. Teacher wanted them to draw a composite picture. Every kid would take his turn going up to the blackboard and draw one line or one piece, and collectively all of them would make a picture. The first kid goes up on line and just draws this. Teacher said, "What's that?" And the little kid says, "Well, that's the horizon." Teacher says, very good," because she was teaching them art, and the horizon is one thing that oftentimes you're going to start out with. The next kid goes up, he goes like this. Teacher says, "Oh, what's that?" And the kid says, "Well, that's a teepee that sits on the horizon." Teacher said, very, very good. The next kid goes up and draws his piece, and it looks like that. And the teacher says, "What's that?" And the little kid says, "Well, that's a bear rug that sits on the teepee that sits on the horizon." Teacher said, "Excellent, very, very good." And the next little girl goes up, and she wants to draw a little sun. So she puts her little sun on there like that. And the teacher says, "Well, what's that?" And the little kid says, "Well, that's the sun that shines on the bear rug that sits on the teepee that stands on the horizon." The teacher said, "Excellent, excellent, excellent." Then little Johnny goes up and he draws the last part of the puzzle, or the picture. Teacher says, "What's that?" Johnny says, "That's my dad bending over in the shower picking up a bar of soap."